Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, hello TikTok as well. We are here because yesterday we started the main story in Reverse 99 for Enigma. But we didn't manage to finish it. So the goal is to finish the main story. I have my new toy here with me. Just arrived today. Very happy. Yeah, one thing before we start, especially for Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, I do notice that the audio quality for yesterday was a little bit scuffed because I didn't have my microphone and I was using a low quality microphone. So I do apologize for that, but I hope that everyone can hear me better, or at least the audio has definitely improved since yesterday. So let's continue. Yesterday, I think that we reached chapter 7, I guess.
It's
Okay, so let's continue. As I said, yes, yesterday we arrived at chapter 7. So let's go.
As you can see, this is the toy box's core.
The core is contained within a metallic frame at its center, something between...
After running it through some preliminary tests, we discovered its inner contents don't match up with any known arcane material. Our next step would be to record and analyze its center. But there's a problem. The matter and symbols floating in the core seem to change their state every time we observe it.
Warning.
Are those gears?
I think it looks more like the black and white grid of a crossword puzzle. Adler, your observation right now, the observation of a cryptographer with very distinct interests and inclinations, has become a new influencing factor on the core.
I understand. Under these circumstances, analyzing its contents is pointless.
Precisely. But the problems don't stop there. Within the 3-hour period after the core's removal, the environment in the toy box descended into chaos, understandably so. The core has an unmeasurable quality. It stood to reason that the same quality extended to the toy box.
Hisabeth and I entered the box to verify this theory. With its stabilizing core gone, the environment in the toy box has also become affected by its observers. In fact, we found the level of chaos is positively correlated to the number of observers.
Observer effect. Changing environment.
Familiar, isn't it? Our current situation seems to share many qualities with artificial somnambulism. Hisabeth has gone to get reinforcements. Right on time.
Go on. Time's precious.
I'm sorry, but this isn't the same as artificial somnambulism. I don't come to this conclusion arbitrarily. I've been paying attention to your experiments on this toy box. Look. In your toy box, There's still a vending machine at the entrance to the Laplace laboratories.
It's true, but out here, that vending machine was removed 2 days ago.
Artificial somnambulism creates images based on subconscious memory. It's blurry and malleable. Even with our guidance, memories can still lie to you. That's why we use it primarily for psychotherapy, not simulations for experiments. It's likely this toy box is operating on a set formula based on the environmental conditions that were initially loaded, making it unable to generate things not included in its original dataset. Although your observations have turned into a chaotic mess for the time being, it has no inherent ability to change to reflect the real world. That is to say, the data in the toy box is from a static point in the past. If you don't update it, the vending machine will stay. It's this lag in data that gives it stability. That's the best I can offer.
No, your conclusion was very valuable. So it's clear, if we want to progress, there's only one way left. Return the core to the tower and let the toy box restabilize. Then reset it to stop this entropy and return it to its original state.
You mean we regenerate the outer layer of the core to create a combination lock that can easily be analyzed?
Correct. Considering the chaos in the toy box, this mission should fall to you and Ulrich. You two are the most familiar with its environment.
Why is our starting point always set here?
It seems the toy box is more stable than we expected. The topography hasn't changed at all, although we have lost line of sight to the tower.
That's it. Fine.
Don't worry, we've already located the tower. Although there have been some slight changes, it still remains northeast of where you are. Just go ahead. We'll sync with your current position and route.
Oh, but can we assume that syncing our data out here won't trigger the observer effect?
Let's go. Please record the time intervals between the toy box's environmental changes.
Data's already been synced.
Enigma, Ulrich. The data is starting to fluctuate. The observer effect will most likely begin manifesting soon. Prepare yourselves.
We hold a bubble like a barrier drifts
This
across.
is like a development on the Rorschach test. I can hardly wait to see what scenes might appear.
How did we end up here?
Environmental changes took 15 minutes this time. No change in the direction of the tower. Sure looks like a nice fishing spot you've ended up in.
As if we didn't have enough problems. A lake? What? Do we have to row a boat now?
I have no particular fondness for natural environments. I think this one's on you, Adler.
Good to see you finally grasp the most important skill of social interaction. Shifting blame. The last time I visited a lake was before I joined Laplace. Admit it, Ulrich. You're curious about them. What happened?
The data's becoming more volatile. The toy box is losing control.
At least the communicator's still working.
Enigma feels around inside this. It has worked violently inside this.
Which
this
direction is the
frame.
tower?
It's moved. Current position unclear.
There's no easy way ahead for now, so we'll make a temporary stop here. Check the position again after the next cycle of environmental changes.
I think I need to change the
Wait,
settings
Adler.
of the speed of the types. Accent has sharpened.
Looks like we'll have to deal with this first.
Okay. This is getting dark. Right. So,
Science. They both take lives. The only difference is who pulls the trigger.
What odd cipher devices? I suggest we observe how they move first.
okay.
No, our time is limited. We should take a page from Medicine Pocket's book.
Okay.
And take them apart.
Okay. Hello, hello.
It is here. I can hear it.
Hello.
Je vis dans les femmes la sceller le destin.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Stay away from me. Fate has revealed itself to you. That go away. A secret revealed. That go away.
Okay.
The curtain has fallen.
Okay.
You two all right? We've got the data. The tower's new location. It's extremely close to your position. Wait, that's not right. It's on your position.
Hmm.
Yes, we're under the tower. That certainly saved us some effort.
Thought that we were in the tower.
If the toy box's environment is affected by its observer's thoughts, then did we arrive here so quickly because our goals completely aligned with one another?
Silo, a wish granter and psychoanalysis machine all wrapped into one. This would work wonders for my survey on arcane skills.
Right. Let's get the core into the tower and prepare our next steps.
Okay. Just as they reach for the tower door, a shield cries space 4. A raven whoops down from nowhere, snatching the container at his peak.
Why is he still here?
Verdammt! X, can you follow Ludwig's trail? He's made off with the core.
Not a problem. We've got his arcane fluctuations on record. Just hold for a moment.
The communicator hisses with a static. A few seconds later, the answer comes
Tracking
through.
gate has been interrupted. We lost him after about 50 meters of flight. basically disappeared.
Oopsie.
Huh. This is residual data. A system error? It'd be best if you interrupt. Evacuate as quickly as possible.
It doesn't budge.
All ready. Forced restart.
Greta's badge. She really came all the way here.
He reaches for it
Researcher
without
output.
hesitation.
What?
They've issued the force quit alert. No matter what you see, don't approach it. We have
Okay.
to avoid interfering with the data.
But
Bullish grasp is an enigma by scholar yanking him off balance. The mystery of the badge goes unsolved. Their bodies begin to disintegrate into pixels. Finally, it's pulled from the space. The tower collapses into a cone of light and disappears. That's suspicious. Wait, let me collect my resources here. Let's go.
going mountain climbing again? Where are you heading this time? Watzmann? Nebelhorn?
Spain, actually. To the tallest peak in the Pyrenees, Aneto.
You just finished a field mission. Shouldn't you take more than a day to recover?
I was only helping them establish an organizational system for the Arcanist database in Morocco, and I got plenty of sleep on the plane. What about you? Another late night of research by the looks of it? I've heard the people at Laplace are night owls too. You should fit right in with their schedule.
A genius's best thoughts always come at night. An overly poetic sentiment, to be sure. But I see it as a rational conclusion based on experience.
Remember,
I know, mow the lawn.
Noticing the silence, Greta slows her down and
you look like you still have something to say.
This month, it is setting up an Arcanist registry. Last month, it was mediating an Arcanist dispute, cleaning up after the Foundation's mess. I don't think we need more examples. Greta, you're working like Mama sweeping the damn dust behind the door. She sweeps and sweeps, day after day, year after year, to abate a problem that could be solved by simply closing the window.
I know you aren't happy with always having to pick up after her in secret, but you shouldn't let Mama know that. But tell me, Bruderherz, do you think we should close the window forever?
No, what I meant was...
I never did properly tell you why I joined the Foundation. You're right. Field investigator work is as you say. But there are complicated procedures to follow. The actual situations are so simple, it hardly takes a genius to figure them out. Most of the difficulty comes from dealing with officials. It's entirely up to them whether they drop the red tape and empty rhetoric or raise their walls higher. And And from a utilitarian standpoint, it's not a rational choice. After all, the promotion prospects are very limited.
Then why do you insist on doing it?
The type of confusion in his voice means this won't be a brief chat. She glances at the clock on the wall, hesitates, then shifts the weight of her backpack.
Adler, have you heard of Mount Godwin Austen? They call it K2.
The second highest mountain, after Mount Everest.
That's right. I like the name K2. Just a letter and a number. It's direct, bare, concise, unembellished. It perfectly captures the image of a brutal peak. That mountain has a higher death rate among climbers than that of the world's highest peak. Once you choose to climb it, you've already put your life in the harsh hands of nature. Even among mountaineering clubs, amidst the praise for your determination, I trust the majority of people would still exclaim, "Do you have a death wish?"
I don't follow.
The view from the peak of K2, it's different from yours, from the University of Göttingen, or from any other place in the world. That's what those people with a death wish are trying to obtain. Of course, most Foundation field investigators don't face such extreme conditions. I don't understand Arcanum. I don't understand the Arcanists it creates either. But these things are deeply rooted in our world. The Foundation is a great fulcrum, a window, a place to observe, and to participate. Even if I wanted to, there's no avoiding dealing with all kinds of Arcanists and Arcanum. They hide, tucked away among the many interwoven branches of bureaucracy. This is a view gained only by joining the Foundation. Each Arcanist becomes a new case study, because no matter how bizarre the phenomenon, once it is systematically documented and analyzed, it always falls into a chain of logic. Adler, why are you looking for a unified theory?
To make the world concise, summarizable. It must be noble and reliable to be suitable for life.
Do you think society can also have such a theory? Something that can integrate all this disordered, chaotic fragmentation and allow Arcanists and Arcanum to find a place among rationality? I believe that's what I'm doing now. I see these endless missions as brute force exhaustive research, like foolishly trying to count every grain of sand on a beach. Once complete, it will give a full view of both humans and Arcanists, founded in rationality and worthy of trust. You could call it Hoffman idealism. It certainly seems to be in both our blood, Bruderherz.
All right. Isn't it by time you left?
Oh, cornered. Greta pays no mind to her brother's embarrassed huff. Something else
I
has...
heard Laplace is experimenting on arcane skill fusion these days. They plan to
Okay.
distribute equipment infused with the power of incantations to us investigators.
I'm not going to put my faith in some inexplicable magic weapon.
I expected you'd say as much. Then this might be more your speed. It's a Luger pistol, a regular firearm able to be disassembled and reassembled as you see fit.
A pistol?
I also have one. It's a Foundation-issued pistol for field investigations. I'd say I already have a solid eye for it.
Greta, what kinds of missions are you going on that require guns?
While extreme circumstances are rare, they are bound to happen eventually. In those cases, it doesn't hurt to have a gun. That goes for both of us.
She settles her pack on the shoulder, the half-open door swings wide, and the morning sunlight spills over
I'm heading
her.
out now.
Greta, wait.
Time waits for no one, Bruderherz. I have to go eventually. For every mountain in the world, there will always be someone who seeks to climb it.
I have that somewhere. Don't remember where, but... Adori knows well. Adori he has always wanted to open a door. He had once opened a door that
Mr. Adler?
opens only for Jesus. It snaps back to reality. The stairs of colleagues in the Laplace meeting room.
You've been out of
to
sorts
him.
during our recent meetings, Adler. You should get more sleep. Sleep is a vital function for humans.
Thank you for your considerable insights into human nature. But that's quite enough. Now to our current situation. We need to figure out our next steps. Ludwig's reappearance has introduced a serious problem. The core is no longer in our hands. Our crossword puzzle has been torn to shreds, and we have no leads to speak of. Even the most skilled cryptographer can't reverse engineer a key out of thin air.
Seems like an easy fix to me. I say we take apart the toy box. Ludwig and the core are both in there, right? So take it apart. Let all its elements reset to their original states individually, then it'll be a breeze to analyze.
That's too reckless, Researcher Medicine Pocket. Dismantling the toy box might cause significant data loss. Or possibly even destroy the toy box itself. Then we'll be without any research subject at all.
Well, sitting here overthinking everything isn't gonna produce any results either.
Just reset it. We can continue with our original plan.
Enigma cutscene stopping the argument before it
Toy
starts.
box remains unstable. If we reset it in its current condition, there's no telling whether we'll return everything to its original state, or just cause even more chaos.
Ludwig's signal is still near the tower. We'd better come to a decision before he leaves.
No more hesitating. There's no use in waiting. Plus, since the data is restored after each reset of the toy box, we can start by assuming that the mishap with Ludwig has been fixed. We start with a hypothesis, then we test it.
Let's see, this tech is not yet ready to help the world. The Ninth Storm Musite provided a toy box as a tool for simulation experiments to help develop a pre-storm emergency protocol. They meet the SCC standards while adhering to humanitarian principles. Note: existing solutions are afraid to meet the SCC standards. Based on scientific principles of the objective investigation, rational skepticism, pluralistic doubts, and equal debate, response plans for the storm should also be tested in practice. Thus, it is not a useless effort for an excuse to play a board games at work. This project, led by the researchers Ulrich and supervised by the researcher Adler, launched out of the Ninth Storm and has been gradually refined. During this period, a technical fault in the bus caused a large-scale language disorder phenomenon, which stabilized after research Adler's intervention, preventing major losses. During the Free Breeze incident, researcher Ulrich used a preliminary toy box research result. Artificial storm technology to test the record, achieving significant results. Afterwards, due to busy schedules, the development of the pre-storm emergency protocol was temporarily put on hold. After the 10th storm, new anomalies began appearing within the toy box. Researchers Ulrich and Adler disagreed on how to handle the toy box, each submitting a separate research report. Okay, so that's where we are in the story. These reports are currently being compared and evaluated. Specific details are expected in the future publications. The looping panagram.
After this reset, we need to limit the changes inside the toy box as much as possible. That is to say, the fewer the people who enter the toy box, the better. It's best we only send one person.
I'll do you one better. Don't send anyone in and blow it to Kingdom Come.
Researcher medicine pocket.
Great! A brand new toy box and a brand new chance to fail. Consistently reproducing failed results follows the scientific method too, right? Seriously, none of us even knows what's in there, and you're saying we should send a single person in alone? You're totally fine with that, huh? Leaving all those insane pieces and that psycho Raven for some unlucky bastard to deal with?
This doesn't happen often, but I have to say, I agree with Medicine Pocket. Whoever decides to enter will be risking their own safety.
Ugh, what I was saying is that we shouldn't be wasting our brain power on this thing.
We also need to consider the pieces. They may just be data to us, but to them, this is their entire world. We must avoid destroying it if we can.
Oh, my dear Ulrich, I'm moved to pieces. If only the real Storm shared your glowing sense of humanitarianism.
Pardon, can I interrupt for a second?
Elizabeth knocks on the table.
I have good news. I've tested the communicator's durability. Although the tower's effect grows stronger the closer you get, the unlucky person entering the box will be able to receive outside help up until they enter the tower. If we aren't giving up on that plan, that is.
That's great! But assigning 100 people to wash test tubes in a lab isn't gonna make the research go any faster. That's all that communicator's gonna give. A bunch of test tube washers.
Don't say that. If you gave me 10 research assistants who understood the Lane-Emden equation, I'd be pleased no matter what.
For once, Enigma listens. He waits until Elizabeth is done before he speaks.
What I meant is that I will go.
You're a human, Adler. And at the end of the day, that toy box runs an arcana.
Thank you for the reminder, Bottle Brain.
Okay. Enigma's tone is polite, but his expression is grim.
I'm certain you will all provide more help than test tube washing, like capturing arcane fluctuations and relaying the data through the communicator. Besides, I'm the cryptographer here. I doubt any one of you has undergone even a fraction of the cryptographic training required to reverse engineer a key from an as of yet unknown cipher.
Well, I certainly haven't. But I believe I understand now. You think Ulrich has a point too. Humanitarian care, no?
Where on earth did you get that impression?
Sure. He turns away, but the stuck-in expression doesn't
All right.
escape Elizabeth.
You're right. You didn't say that.
She shrugs and clears. Ugh. Why are you texting so? It's going so fast. A faint dismist blurs Enigma's vision. Okay. Victory Road. Everything has changed. Frowning, Enigma pats his wet coat, sending a little stream down into the moonlit water below.
Look at that ball of light in the sky. Huh, I'm starting to like this place.
I'm afraid that's this toy box's version of the moon.
Holds in Samba pride against the knee-high silver lines and wave.
Hey, those fir trees over there look like snowflakes.
Why don't you tell me something I don't know?
Alright, I just thought some talk on cock curves might lighten the topic.
Can anyone tell me how to mute this thing?
Enigma distanced himself at the communicator, and another wave of commotion erupts.
Researcher Pointer and I will strictly control the other's input as requested.
Right. We guarantee we'll only bother you if it's essential.
Thank you. I'll contact you if necessary.
Which is off his communicator yet?
Who's there?
Not far off, a young beast turns around, hand the twisted.
Mr. Enigma?
Didn't expect I'd run into you here, Miss Marcus. Are you reading?
Shut up. He points at the thin white
Yes, Mr.
cuboid.
Enigma. I'm reading a story. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Okay.
That's the story? Ah,
Then-
I understand.
Mm-hmm. It's about legends and people who write history. I haven't finished it yet. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Is there something I can help you with? Quick?
What is going on?
I'm looking for a tower. Do you know where it might be?
It seems a lot of people are looking for that tower. It might be on the other side of the forest.
Thank you. Miss Marcus, would you like to come with me?
Smelled it. She looks bewildered. Rook
I'm
finally.
waiting for someone. I don't seem to remember who I'm waiting for. Brown.
Was she also looking for the tower?
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Forget it.
Enigma hesitates and crouches to pick the book for her. And he slips through. He shakes his head and gives up. It's
I
useless
should go,
anyway.
Miss Marcus. Goodbye.
Please, careful. There's a fox. Brown in the forest. Lazy dog.
Thank you.
What's that? Following the piece's direction, Enigma squints into distance.
How wonderfully eye-catching. What is this? Tantalus's punishment?
Okay. Another figure emerges from the shadow of the tree.
Closer, don't any come! Wait, you're...
Now says the researcher, the toy box is pulling from his
It's
buried
me,
memories.
a tiny, insignificant cryptographer. It's a pity we've never worked together.
Communicator rings again. Whether it's at the worst moment or the best one,
How
can't
bad is
say.
it?
Computer reaches in his pocket, metal chip is
Oh,
caught
fine.
against.
Just a piece who's gone mad.
Okay, then we go into action.
Combat, science, they both take lives. The only difference is who pulls the trigger.
Initiating research on a big unknown opponent. Sampling, analyzing. Kindly make your way into the reagent bottles. We'll shake them to see if you're a solid or a liquid.
I guess that makes sense.
That almost made me laugh. Unfortunately for you, that is not enough to convince me to cooperate.
I love the humor in Reverse 99. Okay.
I can hear it. Comme l'a scellé le destin, dérive dans le flot. It is here.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'opéra.
Fate has revealed itself to you. The curtain has fallen.
Well, let's see when we reach the final boss, because I have my doubt that my team is gonna clear it. We're gonna stop at the top of the tower for what feels like. What is the communicator? I'm not gonna use anymore the auto thing, whatever, because I can never finish my sentence to read any sentence.
We have a problem. Even after all this walking, I haven't gotten any closer to the Tower of Babel. If anything, it appears to be going farther and farther away.
Okay. Gonna be able to finish the main story at least. I need to finish it, no matter what.
We're all quite used to the language disorder by now, so that isn't much of a problem. And there isn't much need for him to communicate with anyone.
Okay.
But what does concern me is that moving tower. A brand new variable. What was it again? There was an expression I heard when I was trying to research Kipparinas and name these arcane skills. Oh, that's the one! People can only borrow language. They cannot reach the reality behind it.
We need to start considering the possibility of evacuating Adler early.
I doubt he'll agree.
Then prepare to evacuate him by force, if necessary. From what we've seen so far, the situation is far worse than predicted. Not only has the language disorder encompassed the whole toy box, but it's starting to leak out of it too.
Ulrich just says to Isabel, the silver patterns on his uniform are slowly fading. She examines him carefully and reaches a quick conclusion.
Oh, you're right. You have been standing closest to the box.
She exchanges a look with Ulrich and picks up the communicator.
All right, I'll tell him. Saves the two of you from bickering again.
Y'all, I hope that you can hear me better than yesterday, because I spent a lot of time trying to set up this microphone for this live stream and future ones. So if you're on the Purple site, on YouTube site, on TikTok. Please give me a feedback. All right, I'll tell him. Save the two of you from bickering again.
Adler, can you hear me?
I hope you have some good news.
Sorry for what I'm about to say, but I'll keep it straight. The toy box's instability is higher than predicted. We advise you to return early.
Okay.
If you can't retrieve the core soon, we'll have to use our backup plan. Blowing up the box.
Mm-hmm.
And Bottle Brain agrees with this?
I didn't want this either. But right now, there's no better
Bottle
solution.
Brain. Why Bottle Brain?
Ulrich, what are you saying? Ulrich, what are you saying?
The disorder is spreading to Laplace again. Your time in the box is limited. And according to the LSCC safety management regulations, ensuring your safety is the higher priority.
Enigma takes a deep breath, yet doesn't argue.
I understand. Give me 2 hours. If I don't make any progress, I'll return. Then, we can blow it up together.
2 hours, Adler. We'll do whatever we can to help. Researchers X, Edison Pocket, and Hissabith are currently dealing with the spread of the disorder. I also need to step away for a moment to deal with it. Researcher Pointer is monitoring the toy box's situation. If you run into any danger, be sure to request assistance immediately.
I will.
It's up again, and the white spire is seemingly within reach, yet forever beyond it. That's the tower. But why is looking different compared to before? Maybe it's just his imagination, but for a moment it felt like he was closer to it. Journey that follows is too quiet, almost dull. The only thing the Enigma can do is note the changes in the surrounding scenery. Okay. Keeps his eyes peeled, but no other familiar faces appear, until a heated argument, even for Laplace standards. Balance indicted. The researcher and the Mr. argue on opposite side of the desk in a strange yet somehow familiar scene. Oh.
I am not redoing the material reimbursement.
Wait.
Then you can choose not to submit it. But I must remind you that the reimbursement deadline is this Friday.
The plasma extract has extremely potent side effects.
The Plus ought to tear down the building and install turf.
Done.
Huh?
The third suddenly draws a gun off his colleague. Perhaps he doesn't think of him as one. I'm so lost. What is this?
You're wasting Laplace resources.
As the farmer drops to the ground, Enigma isn't sure whether he should step forward and do something.
Liberation for all the critters in the canteen!
Before he can decide, a pack of critters pours out from behind it, such as... I'm so lost. I'm not sure what is going on. Was that a memory or something? But that wouldn't even be the case, because why? Could be a memory.
Many streams are converging in this place.
After I leave, I need to supervise X's experiments on critters more closely. I don't want to deal with this kind of thing on the outside too.
Okay.
It is here. I can hear it. Comme l'a saoulé le destin.
The overflow of the Sephiroth. The tremors of fate.
I need to split up the pack of
Voilà donc succès. Attendre la fin. Non la prophétie, mais par mes propres mains.
Like, toppling them isn't difficult. After so many exploration, Enigma has grown used to it. The communicator's ring interrupts him, mulling over the sudden change.
We're back. This time the disorder symptoms are visual, nothing too serious.
Okay, so they're kind of like disorders, anomalies kind of thing.
It's a shame you can't see us right now. Gathered around the toy box with symbols floating around our heads.
My pictures it. I can't have to wrap his temples.
What's the situation?
Nothing much to report. So, a piece just did something I'm sure we've all wanted to.
Right.
He applied for a massive amount of funds?
No. He killed the administrator who asked him to resubmit his invoice. Then led a dozen critters in an attempted uprising.
Very extreme. Intéressant.
Now, there's no one here who wants to do anything like that to our colleagues.
To each their own. I'd like to confirm something. You just returned this moment, yes? Was anybody thinking about invoices, the canteen, or anything related to Picasma candy just now?
Hey, why all the questions? Mr. Enigma, this isn't exactly the time for a workplace interview.
Come on, stop the chatter and tell me, quickly!
Oh, you mean you think our observations out here are having an impact in there? Right. The approval you owe me, it's still in the back of my mind. You already got it, right? The bottle of Picasma?
That's the one. Now, I need you to give me some time. Stay away from the box. Do not observe my movements.
I see. We'll avoid any eye contact with the toy box.
Remember, we have forced evacuation measures in place, Adler.
As expected.
The critters slowly disappear and the blood-covered researcher shuffles back to the desk, announcing now simply some grids.
Hey, pal. Coming through.
Okay.
Sorry. Need to reorganize all these receipts ASAP. You heard him, didn't you? The deadline's Friday. Don't your projects need reimbursements too?
Thanks for the reminder. But my team is still waiting for funding approval.
That's suspicious.
Must be tough. Hang in there.
Has anyone on the show that limps words for the far wall? But there should be a lab.
Ulrich, I assume you've also come to the same conclusion.
The correlation between the degree of observation and the toy box's abnormalities.
Exactly. Put this down in your report. The reason I made you all leave wasn't because I harbored any ill will toward my colleagues. As we all know, every new observer adds a degree of freedom. The higher the degree of freedom, the harder it is to converge at a single point. Someone wants to see a dark room, so they turn on a flashlight. But if 10 people in different corners of the room simultaneously turn on their flashlights, between all the beams of light, not one of them can see clearly. This we understood, but what we failed to account for was the light shining through the window, the people outside the room. Not only do those who enter the toy box increase interference, but so too do those who observe from the outside.
Ah, that's what it was trying to say. Okay, that makes sense.
An astonishing conclusion, Adler, but it's a line of thought worth testing.
Okay.
Do you think 2 hours of basic cryptography training would be enough for one of our colleagues to enter the box and take your place?
Oh.
No need to complicate things. We can cut off communications now.
What did you say?
Turn off the flashlight, and the room will return to its original appearance. Every flashlight, including my own.
Let me remind you again. You're not an arcanist. You can't detect the arcane fluctuations in the toy box on your own.
What do you mean he's an arcanist?
Yes, I can. Although the effects won't last for long.
He pops open the metal tube in his pocket.
I still have faith in science, even in an era where rain falls in reverse. It's reliable by nature. Systematic, comprehensive, replicable. As for Arcanum, I may as well make the most of it while it's mine to use. Thankfully, its basic applications don't require deep understanding. I'll ensure my own safety.
So confused. A rare silence follows from the other end of the communicator as the candies drop into the Enigma's palm. The reply finally calm.
You're an exceptional researcher and our greatest cryptographer.
These are an arcanist. Why?
You'll have 30 minutes, plus the 2 additional hours we've approved. Best of luck. See you soon, Adler.
See you soon, Ulrich.
He nods and hangs up. He's on his own now. Enigma draws a deep breath and closes his eyes. Not to observe, but to sense. Unfinished antidote and a trace of test poison to keep Manus Vendetti from using it. It was another tragedy. We tried countless times. Taste of plasma extract creeps from the back of his tongue, and Enigma's 1/4 mechanistic but because he was 1/4 of a can. To the point where there seemed to be no going for. I kind of swallowing to touch, find a glimmer of light in the cracks. In the deepest star, there is a soft knock on a brick. Okay, yeah, I forgot that detail. Actually, it was important. But it was mentioned in a conversation with his sister. Forgot about that.
What an absurd experience. Using my eyes to gauge the distance. What I saw was a far-off tower and the many difficulties to reach it. That, I realize now, was another result of my observation. Yet the moment I stopped trying to logically deduce its location, lo and behold, here it is.
There's just the white wall before him, as if to confirm it's really there.
If arcanists truly live in a world of such unpredictability as this, it's little wonder many think they have mental problems. Alright, since everything's been reset, that thieving raven will likely reappear at the tower, with his shiny contraband in tow. The only problem is getting inside.
Where a door should be, there is only a wall. What if you step back and estimates the tower heights? Oh my gosh, I thought that I put on a kind of moderation for these AI messages on Twitch. Unbelievable. Other one added to the ban list. There you go. I think I need to take another probably tomorrow, and I need to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore because it's really bothering me. Enigma is set back and estimates the tower heights, weighing whether the tower heights, weighing whether it's worth the climb. Okay.
There aren't enough footholds, and I'm not certain whether that structure up there is in fact a window.
All right.
Open sesame.
Who doesn't answer? Who doesn't okay.
Arcanists can't just make up incantations, it seems. I thought as much. Surely, I don't have to delve into my imagination.
He closes his eyes, still facing the stubborn wall.
Arcane skills. Arcane skills. How on earth do they figure out these things? I should have asked for a copy of a basic guide to using Arcanum before cutting off communications. Never mind. The principles ought to be about the same. Focus your mind and let the intensity of your thoughts bore a hole in the wall.
Not hoping to turn your thoughts into a sledgehammer, are you?
Enigma's eyes snap open. The unchanging darkness is gone. The flow of the sounds upward. The legend glides down for a smooth landing.
I never expected the ever-logical Adler would have such a wild imagination.
Enough wasting time. Hand it over.
You didn't make all that effort making your way here simply to rob me, did you? Seems Laplace hasn't been so busy these days.
As you can see, your instincts have interfered with our work. If you enjoy collecting shiny things so much, I'll give you this communicator. Take it, or any other thing you want.
Empirische Urteile. Überhebliche Spekulationen. Ja, so denkst du.
Was he speaking? What language was that? I cannot reply that. I cannot replay that, no?
As you can see, your instincts, if you enjoy collecting shiny things so much.
I never expected the ever-logical Adler would have such a wild
Und genau deshalb wirst du den Nutzern arkaner Fähigkeiten niemals begreifen.
Ah, ist der... Okay.
That's irrelevant. Has the simulation been upgraded? Or are you being affected by corrupted data? The others haven't shared much personal information on Ludwig. Are you German?
We just mechanical turns his head and fixes his face on him.
Ich verstehe ganz genau, was du willst.
That's so fascinating.
Du bist viele Male in diesen Turm gekommen, um ihn zu zerstören. Und diese Farce eines Experiments. Dann hat sich etwas verändert. Du wurdest neugierig. Wolltest seine Geheimnisse enthüllen. Der natürliche Instinkt eines Forschers. Doch du wurdest viel zu hastig in deinem Streben und hast begonnen, Dinge zu erforschen, die du niemals zu begreifen hoffen kannst.
Enough chit-chat.
Du kannst das Arkanum nicht begreifen.
Stop!
Piles and such source of his discomfort. He has never sensed arcane obstruction before, not until now. Of course, he can immediately detect the abnormalities quietly building around him.
Kannst du diese Tür nicht öffnen?
Obstacle mechanisms driven, where firstly dodges with a flap of his wings.
You're the one interfering with my experiment, Researcher Adler. I need the core to help me unveil the mysteries of language. In fact, not long ago, I made a rather decent discovery.
With a flap of black wings, Enigma notices data flowing across town. Slowly begins to melt away, giving to the cold gleam of metal beneath.
Was that hypnosis? A curse? Or a prophecy? Or is that nonsense? And yet nothing has come of it. Most likely needs time to activate. There's still half an hour left. Enough time to get you out of my way.
I need the core. It stays here.
Okay.
Combat, science, they both take lives. The only difference is who pulls the trigger.
Deine Einmischung ist der eigentliche Beweis dafür, dass die Erschaffung einer perfekten Sprache notwendig ist. Es besteht keinerlei Notwendigkeit, dass wir uns auf diese Weise gegenüberstehen. Dieser Kern wird es mir keine Abhängigkeit mehr von Kontext oder Erfahrung, keine Mehrdeutigkeiten oder Missverständnisse mehr. Wenn die Entropie ihr Minimum erreicht, kann durch Sprache eine wahrhaft präzise und tiefgreifende Form der Selbstexpression erreicht werden. Und so wirst du schließlich vollständig begreifen, was ich beschrieben habe.
If you just surrender the core, there would be no reason to fight. Ich werde mir dein weiteres Geschwätz nicht mehr anhören.
I can hear it. This hand should do. It is here. Pray, caught in your woven net.
Let that go away! You are not welcome here!
Ende bist du nichts weiter als ein weiteres Datensegment. Unfähig, dich an diesem Ort der Entropie zu erhalten.
Die Konsequenzen kollidierender Daten. Ich sollte besser einige stabile Datenübertragungskanäle einrichten. Zum Glück habe ich noch etwas Zeit.
Okay. Yeah.
I can hear it. They live on the floor, they say.
A new toy.
A glimpse beneath the veil.
Oh, this talents!
Oh, I do like seeing their faces now. Beaten into the ground like this.
Oh, thank you, Gabriela. Really appreciate that. Sorry if I missed anyone. Thank you for sharing the live. Really appreciate that. Two scrambles. The metal serves like foam. Ludwig twitches on the ground.
My data? You've utterly destroyed it.
My data, you actually destroyed it.
We both know the box will reset, and you'll go back to your chattering, Raven.
Ah, yes. The pieces exist in a world that may be reset. One might think their lives are full of opportunity and that everything is recoverable. But under special conditions, these pieces can also die.
What do you mean?
The core's contents have the ability to interfere with everything around it. It can tear your mind apart, even scramble your data into a jumbled mess. Opening its protective shell won't bring you the results you're looking for. Ludwig already paid the price for his curiosity. His experiment failed, and his mind was imprisoned here. It wasn't until a short while ago that he finally departed. I am merely a segment of leftover data, an attempt to warn other curious minds to stay well away from danger.
You mean to say your actions came from good intentions? Care to explain that incantation of yours? It still hasn't taken effect.
It was meant to change your mind, to prevent you from comprehending the arcane presence here. In stopping you from entering the tower, you would be protected from the madness and ruin that awaits. There's no need for you to go the way of the other pieces who came here, breaking down piece by piece, until you eventually vanish into nothing.
His breath begins to fall. More symbols flickers across his body.
But you needn't worry. It won't be long until my arcane skill ceases to function.
I've never had the opportunity to work with Ludwig. But based on your simulation of him, I can guess he's a stubborn, conceited, curious, egotistical fellow.
Oh, not really. Just a raven cursed with knowledge, trying his best to protect those who come after.
Hmm.
A typical Laplace employee.
You're unhappy.
No. I was only thinking that perhaps there should be someone who helps bear the risks and makes decisions on behalf of these geniuses. Working alongside colleagues with no understanding of lab safety protocols comes at too great a price. Having a branch director go missing for so long must have certainly affected productivity.
He catches the anger in his blood and retrieves a
But
brief
you and
beneath
I
it.
have never worked together.
We've been colleagues for the last 10 minutes.
You're not going to heed my warning, are you? You're still going to remove the core to satisfy your curiosity.
I am going to take it. Because I want Laplace to remain a place for people like you. Someone has to do something.
What a coincidence. Some of the previous pieces who came here said a similar thing. Their data was also destroyed. Unless new data is uploaded, they'll never appear in the box again. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. I hope you'll forgive me for presuming it as death. Which, I believe, is precisely what I'm experiencing now. Farewell, my colleague. I wish you all the best.
Vanishes into the air.
Farewell.
Mappa just the door. Let me continue. Wait, I wonder how many... Shut up. So there is it? This is the... No, I don't think that this is the last, though. How could it be? Is this the last episode? Shut up. Read the poster. Beware. Dangerous but might still be a large. Name Ludwig, Arcanist. Does that resemble that of a raven? But we can use language to influence people's thoughts. If you then use an imperative sentence directed at you, cover your ears immediately. Do not listen to him. You cannot realistically resist this effect unless you can think without using words. Time will disappear. Wait, hold on. What's happening here? Okay, back to the topic. Tower disappearance. Officially confirmed missing during the personal checks after the Ninth Storm. If you find Liuk or a Raven, that might be him. Please contact the nearest chief level personnel. No, but I don't believe that that is the last one. The Tower of boss. Could it be that this is the boss? And why would it be so short? Usually we get at least until, I don't know, 16, 17. Maybe because this is not part of the main story. Wow. That's unfair. Poor Enigma.
Next time a colleague disappears without a trace, they'd better leave behind more clues first. Not even a crack. This isn't drawn on, is it? No visible locks. No signs of arcane skills either. Greta's been here. She found a way through. There must be a way.
Researcher Adler? Researcher Adler, how are you? We've all been quite concerned about your condition. The results of our investigation into the storm have arrived, and everyone's fighting to form research teams. This might be a bit presumptuous, but we'd like to invite you to join us.
That's right. You probably don't remember, but during a cryptography lecture at the University of Göttingen, you said every puzzle has a solution, and that if there is no answer, it's just because we haven't figured out the rules yet. This is just like that, a crossword puzzle that nobody's ever solved. We'll be entering new territory, the first to research the storm.
And we'll be the first to find a solution, to figure out the truth.
A solution? A solution that can be overturned at any time by the appearance of an inexplicable presence? Only a fanatic would find joy in all this. At least they finally have some evidence that gods are here.
I hear they've given you a nickname, Guuuuuys. Enigma. You must admit your colleagues have quite a sense of humor. And taste, if you ask me. You may be helping with some decoding work in here, and somehow turned me into your personal news and paper delivery girl. But this house isn't a laboratory, nor your dorm, and it's certainly not an emergency shelter. There is no harm in returning to a normal life.
I'm listening.
No, you aren't.
All right, fine. I'll say what you want me to say. How's the situation outside, Greta? Everyone must be very busy. They've given up on sending smart robots to my door, and they haven't asked me to join their various research teams for quite some time. Has the Storm research had any new breakthroughs? Is everyone in high spirits? Busy coming up with great ideas?
It's quite familiar, then shakes her head slightly.
Another storm hit. It was sudden. I heard there were researchers gathering data outside. They didn't make it back in time. The situation as a Foundation isn't much better.
Is that so? I see.
Self-esteem.
I've attended lectures at Laplace. The researchers firmly believe they can discover the truth. It's utter conceit. But that's the way it should be. I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below. Because I want Laplace to remain a place for people like you. Someone has to do something.
I've never truly looked at this door. Difficulties and obstacles are common in research. Every research is built on countless theories. But first time he takes a few steps back to get a clear look at this old enemy. One has been wrestling with for as long as he can remember.
I should have done this a long time ago. No. No need to speculate on how the past could have gone. There's an excellent opportunity. Right here and now.
Because my structure's going off, his heartbeat pounds in his ears. As
Everything inside the toy box changes with observation. It faithfully recreates my every thought, perception, and idea.
Maybe it's a side effect of your struck. Maybe it's the absurdity of what he sees. And how unsurprising the door is.
Turns out, there was no wall around the door after all.
Right. Now darkness engulfs him. He steps forward with ease. Okay. That's where the Toybox journey began.
Back where I started. Not bad.
The core can read one's thoughts and make the toy box manifest whatever one desires most. I wanted to create a language without limits, a language everyone could understand and use. And so, it rebuilt the Tower of Babel for me. It is far too powerful. If you take it, you'll be engulfed by it. Something I don't want to happen. But it's clear you've made your decision. I'm powerless to stop you. I can only wish you the best of luck, and hope you stay true to your convictions. If I had the time, I'd like to have witnessed what it creates for you.
The endless screen in countless places. Never is the mere. Okay.
All right. Adventure's over. Good. It's created a new code under my observation. A familiar, basic code. And a hint. Das Zeitalter der Menschen ist zu Ende.
See how close as to reality the simulation gets, repeating appearance, languages, and thoughts. In the real world, there is a note just like this in his drawer, taken from the previous journal. She found an answer. After she will walk with this path every time without exception, prophecy written in dead.
Arcanum.
Okay, so it continues. Very well. If you tear down the walls you've built, you might grow. Listen to the poem. There was once a divide between you two. It was life, it was death. It was about of rain. That's what came after question. The true nature of the divide. It was bloodline, it was reason. It was a flash of its sight. Brave soul leaps across and turns to look back at the divide. This is a door never meant to be opened, and an imaginary wall. Nice. But I wonder how many chapters we have left. That sounds just, I think that there must be like kind of like 15, 16, maybe 17. Continue towards the point of progress.
The Visionaire cipher. A multi-layered application of the Caesar cipher. In this scenario, using Kazeski's test to reverse engineer the key from known ciphertext is the most suitable approach. Usually, the key isn't particularly long. It was most likely repeated to generate this ciphertext. Simply find the repeating character sequences and use the distance between them to infer the key's length. It must be a multiple.
Simple parts are simple enough that he won't spot his family.
Where did I put that German letter frequency table? First, calculate the index of coincidence. Then, try each possible key combination in order. Laplace's computers must operate at remarkably high speeds. All that remains, then, is to pick out the plaintext with the most meaning. Done. And to think this is the answer generated from my observation. I'd expected it to be something far more mundane, like squash or answer.
Okay. I'm not sure what that means.
Zukunft.
Is the word is an unbearable force?
This is...
How long is the arcane glow yet?
These intense arcane fluctuations. I've seen them before. Verdammt. First, I need to...
After return to the region from Sika was revealed for the lock isn't there to keep the knowledge in. Is there to protect those
I
to
must have
ignorance?
seen something like this before. I'm... Yes. It was when they tried to read that incantation aloud.
First circle. Miraculous note. A thing that you will remember till the day you die. Enigma's fingers fly across the keys, pulling a file from the lockplace.
High concentrations of asymmetrical nuclide R were detected in certain locations.
As in,
Upon inspection, these concentrations were not correlated with any external factors. These locations did not follow any particular distribution pattern, nor did they overlap with the results of our geological surveys. Based on our current research, the arcane fluctuations at these locations are similar to those of an activated Hoffman knot, both sharing the same tremor frequency. Some posit this as a blessing of sorts, resulting from the worship of a supreme existence. For example, the School of Aperons believe in the Boundless One spared them from the effects of the storm. And Miss Amundsen's self-described worship of the Mother Spirit is most likely connected to the mutation she underwent. All of these locations had records of relatively extended periods of deity worship. Supreme existence? Deity? If there were a unifying theory to describe the entire universe, even these so-called gods would be scientifically explained. What a helpful little assistant you are.
The news you brought back was very interesting, Simone.
Madame Z has always maintained a cooperative attitude toward Laplace. It should have come as no surprise to you.
I did not expect Laplace would receive such unique research materials. The details contained in the core of that toy box have created a new basis for greater exploration and research into the storm. Perfecting the immunity ritual has become a more likely possibility. The report also mentions that researchers Adler and Medicine Pocket collaborated to develop an antidote for picrasma extract. I did not use the wrong names, correct?
Correct. Your data loss has alleviated considerably. Although a significant portion of data still remains irrecoverable with our current abilities, it's only a matter of time until we find a solution, Madame Lucy.
Good. Then, I will apply for some even more complex research tasks when the time comes. I have finished composing a response to researcher Adler's letter. First, the antidote is undoubtedly an invention with immense practical value, allowing picrasma extract to be used to greater effect. However, their testing methods went against regulations. They have violated Articles 51 and 106 of the Laplace Laboratory Code of Conduct. While I congratulate researcher Adler on his official appointment as director, I must also warn him that he will appear on this month's public notice board for these violations.
In other words, everyone will see his appointment and his breach of regulations announced side by side. Based on my estimates, this has a 92% chance of occurring, approaching certainty.
There is something else I do not understand. Does Laplace currently have a large surplus of paper? All this information could have been relayed via communication device.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Letters are a more formal form of notice. Any other thoughts on his appointment? Would you like me to monitor researcher Adler's performance during his first 3 months as director?
There is no need to scrutinize this specific matter, Simone. I am still functioning. Thus, there are still people who seek answers to the world's unsolved mysteries, and those who work to uncover its unknown principles. We continue to walk the path of progress.
This is a very thorough report. And knowing where you stand, it's safe to say Laplace won't be facing many more problems for the time being.
Replace the files and
Our research will continue until we uncover the truths behind the toy box. After we establish the toy box research group, I'll be sure to submit more detailed reports of our results. What you have there is far from our final conclusion on the subject, or on our collaboration with the Foundation.
Anyone who gives the final answer without careful consideration is either a gambler or a cheat. I'm glad to see your prudence and rationality as a researcher remain as dependable as ever. Of course, I'm even happier you finally decided to be more than just a researcher.
I'm sorry, but even now I still don't fully understand your decision. I also have one more condition.
Go ahead.
Before my appointment is officially announced, I want to meet with the Timekeeper. The Foundation's stance is not fully representative of the Timekeepers, is it?
Under the framework of a new bill, the Timekeeper and her team do enjoy a greater degree of autonomy.
there is both ambiguous and clever, such as autonomy still falls within the Foundation legal
Regardless,
framework.
this isn't a difficult request to fulfill. Laplace's research findings have made many major contributions to the Timekeeper's operations. Rebuilding trust during this period of turmoil is essential.
You've become quite proficient at all this. And I'm just finally starting to get used to it.
Maintaining Laplace's independence, meeting with the Timekeeper. Is there anything else?
Enigma is quiet for a moment.
Before the Foundation requests the details of any of Laplace's research, they must inform me what it will be used for. Can you accept this?
The Foundation has never deliberately concealed anything from Laplace. We've always guaranteed your right to know.
Yes, but the reasons they provide could easily be half-truths, or arrive late. I don't mean to make your life difficult, but you know better than I the reality of how the Foundation operates. Judging by your reaction, you can't make that promise. I expected as much. I have no other requests.
Those underestimates finally prove their worth. I meant to get to anything specific, but to make a
Very
point.
good.
She poses.
You'll be notified of the official appointment within a week, after which it will be announced to every department. Hopefully, we won't run into any trouble. You have a lot of paperwork ahead of you. Why not start with a tidy up? Some advice from someone with experience. Those paper stacks tend to shrink after a little organization.
Resorting to psychological suggestion?
If it gets the job done. All in all, congratulations to you, Adler, and to Laplace. You've secured a positive future for this place.
What's up outside the meeting room door?
Marguerite.
Oh. It's a massive institution, and as such, they rarely cross paths. Last time they exchanged a mere brief note. Takes a moment to study her. Cold metallic gleam runs through the center of our drawers like a butterfly emerging.
I've seen your research. Not half bad.
Thank you, Mr. Adler. And congratulations.
Brief pacifism. He doesn't want his first act as a director to be cherry.
Go on in, Mr. Adler. Everyone's waiting.
Happy birthday!
What the hell are you all doing?
Look at Audrey. It was supposed to be a brief meeting. But
It's a
the moment
celebration, Mr. Enigma, for your birthday. And for your appointment as director, of course.
Today isn't my birthday.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You can celebrate it early. The most important thing is today is a day worth celebrating.
There's cake. Is that dairy cream? Or something plant-based?
Wait.
Our readings have shown higher concentrations of cortisol and adrenaline in the air. We've all been under pressure lately, you most of all, Adler. Your index is higher than anyone else's. A celebration like this gives everyone a chance to relax, which in turn will make them all the more productive with the upcoming workload.
I thought for theoretical justification for the
Well,
birthday.
this is a birthday party, isn't it? Make a wish, Enigma. What's that? You want me to make one on your behalf? Well, if you say so. I wish, more than anything in the world, for my approval form to pass today. I need to sample the outer material of the toy box.
Denied. Your Plasma consumption research already jumped the queue. And we need to maintain the structural integrity of the toy box.
I see pocket rules there.
Hey, step away from the box. No. Listen up!
This is boy surprise. Es brilliant correspondence per him a moment of their attention.
As you all know, I will be serving as Laplace's director.
Sans blague, you don't say.
We were hardly surprised by the decision. You'd already been doing the work for quite some time. All this goes to prove that, even though you needed some time to adjust, Madame Lucy's judgment was correct.
I suppose I've well and truly picked up
Thank
some
you,
useless
Kiwi.
habits.
And? Anything else you want to say, Director?
They all share the same belief. Sides. He abandons his speech.
In short, I will do my best. Until we find someone better suited for the job.
Wait, what?
Diejenigen, die nicht vom Sturm geholt werden. Wohin gehen sie, wenn sie sterben? Eine Frage, die noch immer unbeantwortet bleibt. Ich glaube nicht an die Existenz von Göttern, noch an irgendeinen Himmel oder eine Hölle. Ich wünschte, du könntest mir deine Antwort geben, Räter. Ich wünschte, ich könnte dich selbst fragen. Bang.
The age of humans has come to an end. But you can continue living. In our new age.
But that is the end. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We already finished the main story for Enigma. I seriously cannot believe it. Nah. Wait. To everyone on the Space Monitor Project team, there is a celebrations party this Saturday. Don't forget to wear your best clothes. It's the best. Winston Pocket has invented a new plasma candy dessert. It has a beautiful circular shape. Everyone's welcome to try it. 37. Due to a venue conflict, this week's Nautica meet and greet has been moved from Saturday 15, 17 to Friday at the same time, extra. The Stadium Pegasus coffee substitute safe for human consumption has been uploaded to Databasics. Miss Winsong is taking me out to buy proper clothes for the party. The office will be empty today from 2 to 6. Please don't make a wasted trip. Keep it in. I didn't expect to be so formal. Alright, I will be there on time, same day. My appointment as the director of SCCC will officially take effect this Saturday, Adler. Regarding the Space Monitor Project Team Celebration Party, just remember to come. Dress code is just another one. Serious fight offense. Pointer. Oh well. Can even buy his statue. But at least we can try our luck. Before we wrap up with the stream. Gosh, I really want him, but it's also true the next patch is coming the collaboration, so I don't know. This is horrible. I think that I'm at 40 BT or something like that. Bueno, nothing to lose.
Have you heard that story? A magical...
Dang, bro.
The BSA number? I'm...
492760.
Bruh. What is this? Okay, let me just... You know what?
Why the sullen look, Something weighing on you?
I'm actually not sure that I'm
Come,
at 40
sit.
BT or something
Let's
like
see what
that.
this coin has to say.
Let's see. So there's the time. 20, 30, 40. You see, we are even closer. Don't understand. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But even more, I guess. 55, 56, 57. They're 60-ish. Past 60, I guess. Wait, let's try again. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. Gonna do this. Oh no, of course. We are going to do induction now. Worth it. They give me a break. Wait, I don't get any. Are you kidding me? Shut up. I don't get any rewards. Why? I wonder. No, forget it. I'm gonna wait for the hard button. Thought it was already unlocked, that's why I waited for a little bit before to start the story. Oh my gosh. Bueno. If you decide to come home, we're more than welcome to greeting. I should probably consider to buy at least a pass for the next patch, but we'll see about that. Wait, what? Oh, but what is this? A unique thread you can spend bulletin. Okay. So I'm shocked. What is this? Wait. Can I get a window? Well, I have this. What is this? Oh, but it's only one. One time in the ripple of the water. Oh, okay, see. Right. One. Of course.
All right, ready to welcome me.
Can I even buy this? Oh, bueno.
Why the sullen look?
Buy that.
Something weighing on you? Come, sit.
That's it for today.
Let's see what this coin has to say.
I hope
Heads
that
and all will be well. Tails
I'm gonna be able to
well,
get it somehow
let's just say you're in
before
for
the
a lucky
patch ends.
escape.
She's confusing me. Plenty of stuff this week. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched this VOD, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.